move on to the WNBA. Well, the highlight, of course, is Caitlin Clark coming back tomorrow, after missing her last 5 games due to a groin strain. But also, which came out yesterday, is Paige Beckers versus Caitlin Clark, the showdown, which we desperately were waiting for 2 weeks ago. We're going to get it August 1st, barring any injuries between the two. They moved the game from the original arena to the Mavericks Arena, American Airlines Center, that holds 20,000 people. So if your people don't think the WNBA is growing, then you're smoking crack in Harlem or somewhere in New York City or in a big city, because it's growing exponentially at this point. The fact that they're moving games to sports NBA type arenas is insane. I mean, you have the Fever playing at the Field House now where the Pacers play. So these Caitlin Clark is growing it. Paige Beckers, of course, as well. But it's special to see. I think it's awesome. I really do. I think it's great to see that the WNBA is getting the flowers that it deserves. I know people say it's boring and it's not fun to watch. Listen, if you're a basketball junkie, you'll watch any sort of basketball. The fact that Caitlin Clark, how enjoyable and how fun to watch she is, I mean, her scroll list goes on and on.
Yeah, I mean, the ticket price, shout out to TickPick right here. They actually left a comment on my last video, and they said,
hey, let's go.
Yeah, the average sale price for that game was $379, which is the highest ever for a WNBA game. And Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers, that's the true rivalry there. They've been rivals since, I think, middle school.
Yep.
So, due to some injuries, they obviously didn't come into the same draft class. But right now, they're two of the best guards in the league. I mean, Paige is no joke when it comes to passing and scoring, and she's very efficient. She's a force to be reckoned with. So I think these are two steam trains heading right towards each other, and it's all going to collide in this game. And I think the world will be tuned in for this one.
I think we're getting, with Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers right now, I think we're getting like a Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes feel. We're getting a Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, like a rivalry that's starting to arise. The Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark is just drama. That's just the media, and that's just a housewife show or a Bravo or reality TV show. They're just trying to make that all be a rivalry. That's not a rivalry. Angel Reese doesn't compare to Caitlin Clark. Paige Beckers, on the other hand, she does. She is just right there with her. I don't want to say she's a better player. I think Paige is a better scorer, but I don't think she's a better overall player. This is what I had to reiterate to people to explain this. Caitlin is a better overall player. I think she's a better passer. I think she is a better assister, better at assisting. I think she's a better overall player. I think she elevates her teammates. I don't think Beckers is on that level yet. She's only a rookie. And of course, Caitlin was a rookie last year, but it's a very special rivalry between the two players. They haven't really bantered back and forth with one another. They both respect each other at a very high level, but it's great to see how well Paige Beckers has been playing, because she's a bucket within herself. She's got that Kyrie Irving feel to her. She's got a bag like there ever was one.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark don't even play the same position. So I think, like you said, that is out of media and other kind of, racial undertone narratives that people are fueling on social media and other places, right? Yeah, we don't even want to get into that. But Angel Reese, I think,
basketball players. That's it. Just
two basketball players, right?
Doesn't matter if they're purple, pink, orange, blue, whatever. They're basketball players.
And Angel Reese has had a hell of a week, right? She's scored over 20 in a bunch of games, double. So she's coming in the best 5-game stretch of her professional career. So shout out to her. But Paige and Caitlin Clark, I think, is a matchup of two guards, right? Yeah. Both who can pass, both who can shoot, both who can space the floor. So I'm excited to watch it. I'll definitely be tuned into that one.
Kyrie Curry,
I could see that.
Two great guards that have that feel of the game. That they're two different players though within their respective position. Caitlin, I think Caitlin is more of a true point guard than Paige. Paige is more of a Kyrie, and Caitlin's like a Curry. But who would I rather have, Curry, or would I rather have Kyrie? It's kind of one way or the other. But I mean, Caitlin's a special player within herself. I mean, the records that she's already broken, and the fact that the WNBA viewership is down 40% when she doesn't play. So that's the thing. If the WNBA is trying to grow their sport, Caitlin's got to be on the court, and she can't be getting attacked and mauled like she has been when she does play. So, and that's another thing too, people don't realize too, this, Jay. Paige doesn't get the ref treatment like Caitlin does. Caitlin gets attacked like a bear out on the court. Paige hasn't gotten that yet. She doesn't have a target on her back, but Caitlin, for some reason, does.
Yeah, I think Caitlin is a little bit more vocal on the court.
Yep.
And I think that's a lot of what and I mean this is sports. So she
Yeah.
has every right to be. So I think that's where you see a lot of that, that physicality come in. I think
Yeah.
Paige is a little bit different with her on-court aggression, and that's why you probably don't see that. And Caitlin Clark, I think she's the bigger draw, right? So she's gonna have a
Yes.
lot more eyes, and then the whistle's gonna be a bit different with her as well.
Well, okay, here. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the Caitlin Clark. Joe Burrow is the Paige Beckers. Joe Burrow is a better passer than Mahomes. He's more accurate. I think he
Hmm.
has a better IQ. Patrick is more mobile. Patrick is more, not the traditional type player. Joe is a traditional type quarterback. Paige is the traditional type basketball like that. Caitlin is just a wild card within herself. She'll pull up from 35 feet out. Paige isn't doing that. But
Yes, yeah.
that's how I see it between the two, and I love it. I think it's a great rivalry between the two, but just also the fact that, like you said, Caitlin's the bigger draw, which it's not a secret. I mean, she has that huge. Did you see the huge portrait she got on the JW Marriott in
Oh, I
Indiana
didn't
for
see
the
that.
All Star?
No.
It's it's a 30-story ad of Caitlin Clark on the JW Marriott, the biggest sports graphic ever on the building. Remember? Do you remember when
Okay,
Johnny
wow.
Manziel had that Money
Yes, yeah,
Manziel
yeah,
graphic in Cleveland? LeBron
yeah,
had the "I'm coming home."
yeah.
I mean, this is insane. Like, I don't know of a WNBA player in recent years that's gotten a graphic like that. She has brought in a whole new light for fans, and it's just remarkable to see. But we gotta talk about this here. She led all players with 1.29 million votes, earning her alongside Nafisia Collier. But the media ranked her third among guards. The media did, but the players voted her ninth. Ninth best player in the WNBA. Listen, I get it. She's been hurt most of this season. But you mean to sit here and tell me she's the ninth best player in the WNBA this season? The fact that
Yeah,
she's averaging
yeah.
9 assists a game?
So I got a lot of backlash because I actually agree with you here. I think she should easily be ranked higher, easily a
Ninth?
top 5 player. But people in my comments were upset that I said that. They said that she's overrated. And I think it's been a little tough. Like you said, she's been hampered, with some injuries, nagging injuries that lead to other
Mm-hmm.
injuries, and it affects gameplay and shooting percentages. But listen, when I look at the game, I know what I see. I don't need a
Mm-hmm.
box score to tell me what I'm watching. And
No.
like you likened her to Mahomes and likened her to Curry, those are the two players I compare to because when you watch her, she makes magic out of any situation. Magic can occur.
Yes.
Shot clock's winding down, double team, triple team. She can hit the shot at any moment,
Yep.
and that's why I say when you have that kind of talent that you can't teach.
No.
You just have it or you don't, right? And Curry has it, Mahomes has it, players who can just make it happen like that. And
Rogers had it and earlier in
that's
his
what,
career when he was
yeah,
younger.
Rogers as well.
You've seen flashes later in his career later, but more earlier than ever, like the Cowboys wild card game where he rolls out and he pins it to, I forget the tight end's name, who it was, but he pinned it on the sideline. Like the stuff like that. You don't
Hmm.
Josh Allen, Lamar. You can't teach that. You can't.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I think. Is special about her. She needs to be ranked higher. But
And
hey, it is what it is.
the fact that you even sat here and you agreed with me about that just goes to show you how much you understand basketball. But the fact that people were sitting here and trying to say that she's overrated and, oh, she got an A on the group project for when they beat
Hmm.
the Lynx in the Commissioner's Cup. Do they realize that Caitlin Clark was a driving force behind them getting there when they beat the New York Liberty, when she had 32 that game and had nine points in 38 seconds? And people realize that? No, they don't. They look at the box score and they see she's been struggling, but it's going to happen. It's sports. Like, you're going to go through rough patches in basketball. You're going to go through rough patches in all sports. It's athletes.
Hmm.
They have good games. They have bad games, but let's see at the end of the season where she stacks up, where she matches up. And she's been hurt. So I think she was hurt playing in those games, and she hasn't really, we've only really seen flashes of her from her rookie year this season. We haven't seen a whole lot, but she's coming back supposedly against the Valkyries tomorrow night, and we're going to see. So we'll see. Maybe she is going through a slump, but tomorrow night I think she'll be just fine.
Yeah. And when players go through slumps, when they break out, it
Ooh,
might be a
watch
nine
out.
3-pointer night or a 10 3-pointer night.
Watch out. Exactly. And that's the thing too, like with Steph Curry. I would rather have Steph Curry on my team when he's 1 of 9, because I know shooters shoot. It's like, that's just how it is in basketball. Shooters shoot.
Hmm.
He could be 1 of 9. I want him shooting it. That's who I want shooting the ball. So that's how I see it with that. But yeah, I mean, she's gonna be just fine. I don't buy into the whole narrative of that.